This morning, the detectives with the Fort Myers Police Department and agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation arrested Jose Raul Bonilla. He's a Hispanic male, January 14th of 1995. He was charged with 1 count of second-degree murder, 5 counts of aggravated battery with a firearm, and 1 count of tampering with evidence. These charges stem from the shooting that occurred on October 17th of 2015 in downtown Fort Myers at the event known as Zombicon. As we stated all along, this case has remained active since the beginning, and we hope today's arrest will bring closure to the victims, especially the family of Expavius Taylor, who died as a result of Bonilla's violent actions. Investigators developed Bonilla as a suspect soon after the incident occurred. Agents with the FBI worked tirelessly, along with our investigators, to team up and bring this arrest to light. But it isn't just a partnership between the Fort Myers Police Department and the FBI. Our partnership expands down to Collier County Sheriff's Office, Lee County Sheriff's Office, of course the FBI, our partners at the State Attorney's Office, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, numerous other individual agencies that have come up and stepped up and helped us out. Crime Stoppers, I can't mention how great Crime Stopper has been for us. So I really want to take the time and thank them all. We're going to thank them some more, but this is definitely a team effort between all of us. This closure, again, as I said, could not be possible without all of their help. Investigators spent hundreds of hours reviewing surveillance video footage and still images from the night of the tragic events, as well as interviewing dozens of witnesses. Our partners with Crime Stoppers were a huge asset with the investigation and provided us with an enormous amount of leads. That being said, this investigation is not over with today's arrest. It is far from over. We need additional information and information to come forward to law enforcement. I am asking everyone to take a good look at this picture, especially our residents in Immokalee. Mr. Bonilla is from the Immokalee area, frequents the Immokalee area, and we have reason to believe that he has spoken about this case to either friends and or families. So again, I ask that you please take a good look, have your viewers take a good look. We will send you this picture electronically, but what we're asking for now is if you have information about this case, I know it's been a couple years, but this refreshes your memory, and now you know that Mr. Bonilla is locked up and he will face these charges, that you please contact either the Fort Myers Police Department, the FBI, any of our partners that you see here, or again, Crime Stoppers. Now at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to our first speaker, which is Chief Derek Diggs, Chief of the Fort Myers Police Department.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Fort Myers Police Department. On Saturday, October 17th, 2015, violence visited the streets of downtown Fort Myers when an assailant fired into a large crowd at the 9th annual Zombicon celebration. On that night, the Fort Myers Police Department, along with other area law enforcement agencies, diligently pursued leads, sought witnesses, and examined evidence. I am pleased to announce that the tireless work on the part of all of our involved law enforcement agencies has today resulted in the arrest of the criminal responsible for bringing fear and violence to our city streets that evening back in 2015. As the chief of the Fort Myers Police Department, I am proud of the hard work, the long hours, and the tenacious attention to detail shown by members of my department. In addition, I want to express our thanks and admiration to our area law enforcement and criminal justice agencies who lent their support, their expertise, and their dedicated efforts in solving this crime. This has truly been a coordinated effort and a strong partnership by law enforcement professionals who would not rest until the suspect was found and brought to justice. Thank you.
Again, this is a big partnership, guys, so we're going to go down a list of our partners here. I'm going to start off with our State Attorney, Steve Russell, and Ms. Mira Fox, the Chief Assistant State Attorney.
Thank you. Again, Steve Russell, State Attorney for the 20th Judicial Circuit. I, too, just want to express my thanks and appreciation to all the law enforcement agencies involved in this investigation for their cooperation, coordination, support, and hard work. Fort Myers Police Department working closely with the Federal Bureau of Investigation to lead the way since the tragic shooting event at Zombicon in October 2015. The critical support of the Collier County Sheriff's Office and the Lee County Sheriff's Office, as well as the important contributions of Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. I'm also appreciative, very appreciative of the fact that these agencies work together and with our office while maintaining the necessary confidentiality to ensure the integrity of this very complex investigation. Today's arrest allows us now to go forward to seek accountability of the defendant in the Criminal Circuit Court in Lee County. Chief Assistant State Attorney Amira Fox has been overseeing the coordination between the investigating agencies and our office regarding the Zombicon case. She will be prosecuting Jose Bonilla with the assistance of co-counsel Dan Feidenberg of our homicide unit. So I'm going to ask Chief Assistant Fox to make a few comments in that regard.
Thank you. I just want you all to imagine this. 20,000 people here in downtown Fort Myers, most of whom were wearing masks, covered in fake blood, many of whom had fake guns. The amount and layers of investigation that has occurred between these different agencies standing up here and the sophistication of the investigation is huge. I can't overstate it. I can't overstate how many thousands of hours were spent combing through tips, combing through Crime Stoppers tips, anonymous tips, and numerous amounts of witnesses, and it could not have been done without this team. So today we culminate that in the arrest for 1 count of second-degree murder with a firearm, which is a life felony, 5 counts of aggravated battery with a firearm, all second-degree felonies, and 1 count of tampering with a witness. So I just want to say thank you, and I'm looking forward to working with everyone in a long and continued successful prosecution of this case.
I'd like to call up Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Ms. Kristen Beller of the FBI office in Tampa.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Kristen Reeler, Assistant Special Agent in Charge of FBI's Tampa Division, which includes the Fort Myers Resident Agency. Today's developments in the Zombicon mass shooting investigation exemplifies the close working relationship between Fort Myers area, federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies. No one agency can do it alone. Partnership is critical, and this investigation highlights our shared commitment to reduce violent crime. The FBI Tampa Field Office, along with other offices in the country, value these strong partnerships and recognizes their importance in protecting the communities we serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Lee County Sheriff Mike Scott, and I just want to say 2 things, collaboration and tenacity. You've heard it stated in different ways. As a lifelong resident of Southwest Florida, I want to tell Southwest Florida this. There is no shortage of collaboration from the federal, state, and local partnerships in law enforcement. I could not be more proud and also optimistic about the prosecutors, which are, of course, critically important to the end result of this justice. And we have every confidence that this will continue on a successful path. Tenacity. As a 30-year law enforcement professional, I don't know that I have ever seen so much tenacity brought to bear on a case like this. And so, on behalf of the men and women of the Lee County Sheriff's Office, I just want to say that we're proud and honored to have played a small part in this.
And lastly, I'm going to call up Sheriff Rambos from the Collier County Sheriff's Office.
Good afternoon. Kevin Rambos with the Collier County Sheriff's Office. You know, I think it's important for all of our communities to know and understand that we work together on a regular basis to share information that leads to keeping Southwest Florida a safe area and many communities within. In this particular case, a lot of people did a lot of work, and they should be recognized for the outstanding participation and result thus far. As far as Collier County goes, with our small part in this, I want to recognize our Sergeant Jane Capo for the great work that she did in lending a hand.
Thank you, Sheriff. In closing, I just want to again reiterate that this is still a very active investigation. I have to do this on behalf of my investigators and the agents. Please, please, please blast this photo out. We're still looking for leads. Again, on behalf of Chief Diggs, I want to thank all our partners. This case is now in the hands of our wonderful state attorney's office, and it's a good day. I can tell you this. I'll close with this. As the first responder on scene, one of many of our first responders on scene as the incident commander for Zombicon, it's a good day for me to be able to do this for these families. So, again, thank you all for coming. I appreciate you understanding about the questions. Have a good day. Thank you very much.